Hello, one godless woman. I wanted to make a video and I am going to apologize ahead of time for rambling because I'm mad. When I want to tell you a story. When I was a little girl, like somewhere between 9 and 10, when my parents took me from England to Saudi Arabia, my mother decided that it was a fantastic idea to take me to a butcher shop. A slaughterhouse, not a butcher shop. Slaughterhouse is actually, that's the proper word. And she went in to pick some meat, and of course I had to just witness the horror show of animal and blood, animals crying and thrashing everywhere and blood. It was just a bloodbath, you know. So ever since then I cried. I remember it was such a bad experience, you know. It left me with severe trauma. I want to say PTSD, because till this day I cannot see any kind of anything when it comes to animals. Even an animal falling, I will start crying. And the reaction is so visceral, you know. I almost feel like the world is ending, you know. I don't know, unless you know what PTSD feels like. It's probably sounding very dramatic coming from me. So over the Eid holidays, there was a public slaughtering of a cow committed by a Muslim man. I believe it was in Toronto. If I am incorrect about this, please correct me. I can't research it because when I do research it, the image is immediately in my face and I don't want to see this, okay? But my understanding is it happened in a fairly, you know, not completely isolated area, not a slaughterhouse. It was public. This was a public event for anyone and all to walk in and see. And to me, that's a violation of you. You know, you don't need to go out and see this and you know, and it be imprinted in your memory forever, like what happened with me. So the police have come out defending the man, saying it's fine, it's not illegal, there was no animal cruelty. And much to my surprise, of course, people, you know, especially I love the people from Texas saying, this is fine, this is normal. What's wrong with you guys? You know, people in Somalia and African countries and Egypt and Indonesia, they cut little girls' clitorises out. Should we say, hey, it's normal, let's all do it here too? Should we say that? Or should we have maybe some higher standards of living? Instead of comparing ourselves to other places. And I'm not saying Texas is a bad place, but that's Texas. Here, no. We never had this. We don't want this. And it's not okay to start having it now. All right? Don't excuse stuff that we have eliminated. Let's bring in tuberculosis. It's plenty of tuberculosis in the Middle East. What's the big deal? Bring it back. If that's your logic. Anyhow, so the Prime Minister of Canada, I don't know why this is important, but he put out a statement promoting and advertising a halal butcher shop, or slaughterhouse, I guess, called Paramount. And you should see I'm going to link the video of the stupid minister, the Islamist minister, promoting this halal slaughterhouse. You know, if he could make out with them, it might as well be a makeout session. And then go to the website of this Paramount slaughterhouse, and I want you to read their story. They're presenting themselves to you as businessmen. These are Islamists. And they are here via your Prime Minister, who's telling you that halal meat is so amazing and so humane, and there is no animal abuse at all. Why all of a sudden are we going backwards, guys? Why all of a sudden is your Prime Minister concerned with how you butcher your animals? Could someone be paying him a lot of money? who is this someone? Maybe an Islamist group in a business suit presenting themselves to you as, you know, the revolutionary culinary art in killing animals, or some stupid form of backwards thinking. Gosh, I'm worried for Canada. I'm going to also link the Quiggin report number 30. You guys need to read about political entryism and how it works, because this is happening across your political parties that I know of, and this is the reason why Maxime has separated. The infiltration is deep and it's heavy in your political parties. The Liberal Party at this point is shamelessly advertising Islamist ideology, and they want to, it's being pushed. Make no mistake in this. And where do we draw the line? Again, where do we draw the line? If 1 million people jump off a cliff, does that make jumping off a cliff okay? Is that a valid argument? When I tell you, or when even the Prime Minister of Canada tells you that slaughtering an animal slowly via cutting the big arteries in their neck and watching them bleed out is not animal abuse, should we maybe not do some research on this? Maybe attach a bunch of, you know, electrical monitoring devices to the animal as it's dying this way, and let's measure its pain. And maybe decide after that if this is a humane method of slaughtering animals or not, before the Prime Minister of Canada pumps this information through his platform and brainwashes you all. Just a suggestion. And now you're going to see another story about a hijabi claiming she was attacked. Immediately the media, you know, she put out a video of herself with some guy telling her she's a slave because she's wearing a hijab, which is true. She's a slave. But she calls it racism and the media pumps it out. Why is Islam, how is Islam a race? Can someone track this race for me? I want to know the demographics of this race, where it originated from, how it spread. Tell us. I want to know how Islam is a race, and how telling a woman who's wearing a hijab that she's a slave is racism. I want to know this. If someone can explain it to me, please do. Because it seems that unless Trudeau and his MSM brainwash Canadians into believing that Islam is a race, which is absolutely illogical, they will not stop pushing these hijab hoaxes on us. I don't know who put this video out. I don't know if these people are actors, if this was staged. I'm not going to believe that. And if you believe this, good luck to you. Anyhow, that's my rant. Please watch, listen to the Quiggin report, guys. This is a very, very important report. Listen to it, and I'm sorry about rambling. I'm angry. I'm mad. We're going downhill in this country. I'm going to make another video fairly soon, probably tomorrow or the day after, addressing, I was asked to talk about the female activists in Saudi. I will do this. Thank you for listening, guys.